Welcome back into new lecture, Introduction to Goals. So many of us are setting goals wrong. And most of us are not setting goals at all. A lot of organizations set objectives and meet them. They ship their sales, they introduce their new products, they make their numbers, but they lack a sense of purpose to inspire their teams. So how do you set these goals the right way? Now we're talking about these things in a big way because it's important for you to see the whole picture of goals, not just the Scrum framework parts, okay? It's like looking at the entire puzzle, not just a piece. You must answer the question, why? Why? Because truly transformational teams combine their ambition to their passion and to their purpose, and they develop a clear and compelling sense of why. So the term goals in Scrum Guide are mentioned, now listen to this, 38 times. They're all related to the product goal and sprint goal, and for good reasons. But before we start our discussion about the product goal and sprint goal in Scrum, let me emphasize the importance of goals in your personal or business life. Okay? It's very important. Now let me shed light on why some individuals step away from the usual way of setting goals. They choose a different approach that sets them apart. Some individuals have a distinctive approach to achieving success that differs from the traditional goal-setting method. So instead of setting goals, they choose to avoid it altogether, finding the concept potentially counterproductive and frustrating. Now, this perspective goes against the advice of many success gurus, and it's important not to note that it's not a claim that others are wrong. It simply emphasizes that what works for these individuals might not align with the conventional wisdom. Before we resume with this episode, I would like to make a brief interruption to offer a completely free 5-hour-long Scrum workshop for everyone interested in entering the tech industry, and you can find more information in the description of this video. Now let's get back to the episode. Rather than setting goals, these individuals prefer to focus on setting objectives. To clarify the distinction, a goal, in their understanding, is when someone decides on the desired outcome within a specific time frame. For example, wanting to achieve a particular result by a set deadline constitutes a goal. On the other hand, an objective is more about committing to a specific activity over a designated period. Now, common observation is that people often set unrealistic goals and then become disheartened when they fall short. It's as if they plunk these goals out of thin air without solid foundation. So setting a goal without any basis or prior experience can lead to unnecessary frustration. So consider this. If someone has never attempted something before, how can they predict when it will yield the desired result? The practical approach is to focus on activities and objectives based on the more tangible understanding of what needs to be done. In this way, individuals can avoid setting themselves up for disappointment and instead channel their effort into activities that contribute to their overall progress. While this may not be the conventional wisdom, it's a perspective that has proven effective for some. So this way, individuals can avoid setting themselves up for disappointment and instead channel their efforts into activities that contribute to the overall progress. However, I really believe that when you learn how to set and achieve goals as naturally as breathing in and breathing out, you will accomplish more in a shorter period of time than you can presently imagine. So the process of goal achieving followed following up on the process of goal setting is one of the most powerful skills that you can ever develop. So with this skill, you can achieve virtually any goal that you can set for yourself in your personal or business life. Once this is completely clear, we can switch to Scrum to fill the gaps in the Scrum guide about our understanding of a sprint goal and product goal. Okay? We all want to make our way up the career ladder and work in one of the higher positions. And after all, this usually means more fulfillment, more benefits, and of course, higher salary. And if you want to be successful, you have to have goals. So the best way to achieve success is to take a sheet of paper and write down the goals that you would like to achieve sometime in future. If you are talking about team goals, then you can publish them for everyone to see. They are used for a higher purpose, and that's to get the collective commitment to truly stretch goals. Okay? Now let's do a quick exercise right now. You have nothing to lose, right? So find a piece of paper and write down 10 goals that you wanted to accomplish. Save the list. So pause this course now. Write down 10 goals that you want to accomplish and save the list. Okay? Can you do that for me, please? Yes, I know I can. I promise you, if you can set realistic goals, your life will soon be changed. Okay? Because you will accomplish almost all the goals on that list in ways that were completely unexpected. And learning about how to set and achieve goals is the turning point in people's lives. It's not uncommon today for people to complain and even demonstrate in the streets about the 3% versus 97% in our society in terms of income. Only about 3% of people have clear, specific, written goals and plans that they work on each day. The other 97% have hopes, dreams, wishes, fantasies, but not goals. And the great tragedy is that they don't know the difference. And I found that the top 3% earn and acquire over time, and on average, 10 times as much as the bottom 97% put together. Okay? And why this is? And there are many reasons. And the fact is that when you have a clear, specific goals and clear plans to achieve those goals, and you work on them every day, you save an enormous amount of time. You accomplish more in a few months or years than many people accomplish in a lifetime. So by setting goals, you program your mental GPS, which then functions like a guided missile to move you directly toward the target you have aimed at. Taking feedback from your target and making course correction until you achieve your goal. Now, as Arnold Schwarzenegger said, if you don't have a goal where you want to go, you drift around and you never end up anywhere.
The first rule of success is to have a vision. You see, if you don't have a vision of where you go, and if you don't have a goal where you go, you drift around and you never end up anywhere. Do you know how great it felt that I knew where I was going? Imagine the majority of people don't know where they're going. I knew where I was going, that I'm going to become this bodybuilding champion just like him. So it was just a question of how do you do it? I was so relieved, because when you have a goal, when you have a vision, everything becomes easy. So people always ask me, when they saw me in the gym in the pumping iron days, they say, why is it that you're working out so hard? 5 hours a day, 6 hours a day, and you have always a smile on your face. And I told people all the time, I said, because to me, I'm shooting for a goal. In front of me is the Mr. Universe title. So every rep that I do gets me closer to accomplishing that goal, to make this goal, this vision turn into reality. Every single set that I do Every repetition, every weight that I lift will get me a step closer to turn this goal into reality. So I couldn't wait to do another 500-pound squat. I couldn't wait to do another 500-pound bench press. I couldn't wait to do another 2,000 reps of sit-ups. I couldn't wait for the next exercise.
Right. So the person with clear goals makes rapid progress on or even the roughest road. You have heard that saying that if you don't know where you are going, any road will take you there. So perhaps the very best way to develop the big tree of superior thinking is clarity, focus, and concentration. Is for you to develop clear goals for every part of your life. And fully 95% of success is developing clarity in the first place. So you must become completely clear about who you are, your strengths, your weaknesses, your special talents and abilities, and what you want to do with your life. Then you must focus single-mindedly on one thing at a time, without diversion or distraction. According to the Warren Buffett, the ability to focus on one thing at a time is more responsible for success in our fast-moving, turbulent times than any other mental ability. Once you have decided who you are and what you want, and have decided upon your point of focus, you must develop the discipline to concentrate single-mindedly on one thing at a time and stay with it until it is 100% complete. Goals enable you to develop the qualities of clarity, focus, and concentration much faster than anything else you could do or decide for your life. Goals are the best antidote for fuzzy thinking, which is probably more responsible for frustration and failure than any other factor. Because of rapid change and constant electronic interruptions like email or like texts, telephone calls, and social media, more and more people are developing a form of attention deficit disorder that it makes almost impossible for them to think clearly or to stay on task. They check their email on average 50 times per day. They are slaves to incoming emails, phone calls, and messages, and are continually chasing the shiny object of immediate stimulus. And those who do not have goals are doomed forever to work for those who do. Remember that. Now, in life, you can either work to achieve your own goals or work to achieve the goals of someone else. And the best of all is when you help your company to achieve its goals by achieving your own goals. That's the best thing. So perhaps the most important factor affecting your life today is the speed of change. In all of human history, we have never experienced the rate of change that we are enduring today. And three main factors are accelerating the rate of change and causing us to feel out of control. Our very best plans are often invalidated, sometimes overnight, by a change. And this is why goal is so important. Goals enables you to control the direction of change, to ensure that your life and your work are self-determined rather than being dictated by outside events. And one of the great secrets of success is for you not worry about things that you cannot do anything about, factors that you cannot change. You cannot change or slow down the rate of change, but you can adjust and adapt to change much better as long as you are clear about your ultimate goals. Okay? So today, you can be either a master or a victim of change. Which one would you like to be? You can be a creator of circumstances, or you can be a creature of circumstances, overwhelmed and left behind by the onrushing and impersonal forces of change that you cannot affect. Goals give power, purpose, and direction to your life. Goals bring out the very best that it is in you, enables you to realize your full potential. In our exploration of the profound impact that clear goals can have on our personal and business endeavors, I trust you now appreciate the compelling reason behind the pursuit of clarity. We have delved into the why, understanding the backbone of purpose and direction that well-defined goals provide. Have setting the stage and underscored the importance of this foundation, it's only fitting that we now transition into the realm of practicality. And goals, after all, are not just dreams, they are roadmaps waiting to be drawn, destinations eager to be reached.